Check 1, check 2. It's G from the Academy bringing you another article in the series Health is Wealth. If you have been following the series, you will know it's not just about physical health. It's also about mental health. And I think one of the biggest mental health issues that we have in society, in the world, is simply relevance. That a lot of things that people are involved in, a lot of things that people are doing are not relevant to the practicality of their life, to the skills that they really need. Anyway, my opinion is really not worth much here. Let's get into the article, which is from salon.com, published a little while ago, but these things boomerang back around. Published March the 5th, 2016. The title is Homework is Wrecking Our Kids. The research is clear. Let's ban elementary homework. First they force you to do it and then they ban it. You can't win. There is no evidence that any amount of homework improves the academic performance of elementary students. It is in fact an encroachment into a person's private time. But let's read. The statement by homework research guru, beware, Harris Cooper of Duke University is startling to hear no matter which side of the homework debate you're on. Can it be true that the hours of lost playtime, power struggles and tears are all for naught? That millions of families go through a nightly ritual that doesn't help? Homework is such an accepted practice. It's hard for most adults to even question its value. Especially as those adults had to do homework themselves. So if it worked for us, it's going to work for you, right? When you look at the facts, however, here's what you find. Homework has benefits, but its benefits are age dependent. Link provided. For elementary aged children, research suggests that studying in class gets superior learning results, while extra school work at home is just extra work. Even in middle school, the relationship between homework and academic success is minimal at best. By the time kids reach high school, homework provides academic benefit, but only in moderation. More than 2 hours per night is the limit. After that amount, the benefits taper off. The research is very clear, agrees Etta Kralovec, education professor at the University of Arizona. There's no benefit at the elementary school level. Why are they doing it then? Before going further, let's dispel the myth that these research results are due to a handful of poorly constructed studies. In fact, it's the opposite. Cooper compiled 120 studies in 1989, a long time ago, and another 60 studies in 2006. That's 180 studies altogether. See, my maths is good. This comprehensive analysis of multiple research studies found no evidence of academic benefit at the elementary level. It did, however, find a negative impact on children's attitudes towards school. No shit, Sherlock. What is worrying? Homework does have an impact on young students, but it's not a good one. A child just beginning school deserves the chance to develop a love of learning. Instead, homework at a young age causes many kids to turn against school, future homework, and academic learning, possibly even getting involved with authority, maybe even using drugs or engaging in criminal activity as well. It's a long road. A child in kindergarten is facing 13 years of homework ahead of her. That's quite shocking. And remember the number of things that adults ask kids to do that the adults wouldn't do themselves. Frightening. Then there's the damage to personal relationships. In thousands of homes across the country, families battle over homework nightly. Do they? Interesting. I'm not sure that I battled or battle. Parents nag and cajole. Yeah, I've heard about it. Overtired children protest and cry. It's true, it's tiring. It's tiring focusing on what somebody else wants you to focus on. Instead of connecting and supporting each other at the end of the day, too many families find themselves locked in the "did you do your homework" cycle. When homework comes prematurely, it's hard for children to cope with assignments independently. They need adult help to remember assignments and figure out how to do the work. Kids slide into the habit of relying on adults to help with homework, or in many cases, do their homework. Parents often assume the role of homework patrol cop. Right. Being chief nag is a nasty, unwanted job, but this role why do you have to nag? Why can't you just converse? This role frequently lingers through the high school years. Besides the constant conflict, having a homework patrol cop in the house undermines one of the purported purposes of homework: responsibility. Well, yeah, that's true as well. Do parents really do their kids' homework? Perhaps it's just copy and paste. Homework supporters say homework teaches responsibility, reinforces lessons taught in school, and creates a home-school link with parents. Good points. However, involved parents can see what's coming home in a child's backpack and initiate sharing about schoolwork. They don't need to monitor their child's progress with assigned homework. That's opinion. Responsibility is taught daily in multiple ways. That's what pets and chores are for. It takes responsibility for a 6-year-old to remember to bring her hat and lunchbox home. It takes responsibility for an 8-year-old to get dressed, make his bed, and get out of the door every morning. Yeah, being ripped out of bed and dragged off to school is not really enjoyable for most students. As for reinforcement, that's an important factor, but it's only one factor in learning. Non-academic priorities, good sleep, family relationships, and active playtime are vital for balance and well-being. That's the truth. They also directly impact a child's memory, focus, behavior, and learning potential. I've always wondered about whether or not you can constructively work on things that you don't want to work on. The balance is complex. Elementary lessons are reinforced every day in school. After school time is precious for the rest of the child. Oh yeah, especially as there are so many different ways to learn. And that real life exists outside of school, not inside of school. So, what works better than traditional homework at the elementary level is simply reading at home. This can mean parents reading aloud to children, important, as well as children reading. The key is to make sure it's joyous If a child doesn't want to practice her reading skills after a long school day, let her listen instead. Interesting. Any other projects that come home should be optional and occasional, as if most of the students would opt in, right? If the assignment does not promote greater love of school and interest in learning, then it has no place in an elementary school aged child's day. Yep, I'm thinking about resentment there. Elementary school kids deserve a ban on homework. Deserve. Interesting use of language. This can be achieved at the family, classroom, or school level. Families can opt out. Yep, and then you'll get the teachers calling you. Teachers can set a culture of no homework or rare optional homework, which will get them hated by other teachers. And schools can take time to read the research and rekindle joy in learning. Final comment in the article, homework has no place in a young child's life. As does busy work, I would add. With no academic benefit, there are simply better uses for after-school hours. One of my fears is that parents, not all, some parents don't know what to do with their kids anyway, and homework fills that space. It's the wrong reason. Anyway, the article was titled Homework is Wrecking Our Kids. The research is clear. It's available at salon.com. And this is G, reminding you that health is wealth. Take care of yourself and take care of your kids. Speak to you soon.